Hello everyone, my name is Harsh, and if you are watching this video, that simply means you are joining me in this journey of block state management. And in this video, I am going to give you an introduction of block, what is block and why we are using it. Okay, so as you can see, this is the official website of block, and you can see some sponsors, some get started guides and some other tutorials. So one of the most amazing thing about Bloc is it have a pretty good documentation. So you can just simply click on this get started and you will move here, which covers some of the important Bloc packages which we will be exploring in some time. After that, why Bloc? So if you click on this, it will let us know why we need to select Bloc. So if you just scroll down, there are main three principles behind Bloc, which means it is simple, easy to understand, powerful and testable. I agree with the bottom two ones. Okay, I don't exactly agree with this first one, which means it is simple to understand. To be honest, it took me around more than a month when I was learning Bloc to get it exactly, and when I even get it, I was still confused how to use it. And I actually created an application, then I get to know, okay, so this is how it works. So I won't say it is simple, but trust me, it will be worthwhile, because if you are looking for a better opportunity in terms of career or you want to grow your skills, Block is one of the popular state management in Flutter. Now you may say there are many other popular state management in Flutter, and one of the most popular as per the pub devs, which is Get or GetX. So it is most liked one and many another things. So why we are not learning that? GetX was the first state management that I learned in my Flutter journey, and I loved it. The only issue was it is not maintained by the community, or else I have never shifted to Block. Okay, so that was the one reason. And I also tried Providers, which is kind of a Flutter favorite package and one of the another popular state management. Okay, but the thing was I found Provider a bit too naive, or I can say there was not enough documentation regarding how to use that properly, and it was too vast to be covered. So I might be wrong at this, but when I actually looked Block, I actually started enjoying it. Okay, after a lot of efforts. Okay, now moving to Block. So this is the official pubdev package of Block, and which says it is also a Flutter favorite package. And as you go down, there are some another versions of Block. Okay, so there is a Flutter Block version. Now this block is mainly made for Dart. Okay, so if you are just using Dart, you can use the Block package, but if you want to use it with Flutter, you have to kind of use Flutter Block. Okay, because it provides some inherited widgets and some things which make our work easier. And if you want to use it with HTML and Dart, there is an Angular Block package, and there are some more. Okay, so you can just go out there and check them out a little bit, and you can also find out what they are for. Okay, what we will be mostly interested in this course is this Flutter Block package. And if you just scroll down, the Flutter Block package mainly depends upon three things. Okay, one is Flutter, definitely. Another is Block. Okay, so it depends on this package internally. So this Flutter Block will automatically import that Block package. Now, and the next one is Provider. So it actually uses providers internally to make our work easier. So now, when to use Block? It's not always necessary to use Block for each and every project. Okay, you might know Block, I also know Block, but I have created my most of the projects in GetX. Now why? Because GetX is simpler, beginner friendly and some another stuff. Now why I'm switching to Block? Because there are many requests regarding it, and on my industry level expertise, I use Block in my day-to-day life. And sometimes if the application is simple, I simply use GetX, and if I need a complex application, I prefer Block. And if the application is bit too simple, there is no updates, I don't use any state management, I just use inbuilt solution, which is set state. Okay, so it's up to you when you want to use it. Now if you move to the documentation, if you take my suggestion, then I will definitely recommend you to check out this documentation at least once, because I have learned from it and I hope you can also learn from it. Now when we go to this block concept section, I just want to introduce you this thing, okay, before we proceed to the course. Some theory, nothing more than that. Block works on the concept of streams. Okay, so everything is a stream in a block. Now what do we mean by stream? Stream means a continuous data. Okay, future means kind of a one-time data, like we call an API, that is simply a future response, like we wait for it. Once we get the data, our job is done. But streams are not like that. We continuously listen for the data, and as soon as we get data, we update it. Like we created a chat app, okay, so in that we are using streams to fetch the data continuously. So whenever a new message is available, we used to update that on the screen. So internally, Bloc uses RxDart or streams concept to work with it. So you can just check out the documentation a little bit. Once you move down, you can see even on this page there are two main things in Bloc. One is qubit, another is block, and there is a difference between qubit and block. So our upcoming videos will be on these topics as well. For now, we can say there are two ways through which we can use Bloc package to write code. Either we can create qubits or we can create blocks. There is some fundamental difference between them, but for now ignore those. We will be covering in the upcoming videos. For now, to keep it simple, qubit and block are just two ways of using Flutter block package in our project, okay, which means we can write codes in two different fashions. And there are some things mentioned here, like qubit is a class which extends block base. So block base is also a class, okay, which is written. And if you just go down now, you will observe block is also a class mainly which extends block base. Okay, so both are same. The only difference you will see in the diagram is just this portion, event and functions. Okay, so we will go through them, what are those events and what are those functions. Okay, so, and I think this is more than enough for this video. And if you feel still confused, just stay calm. Okay, as we proceed, things will be clearer to you. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.